Okay, I think this might be working, which is good. Let me just... Okay, let me just do a couple of things. Let me do that for one. Right. First time ever having done this on YouTube, so I apologise that it's a little bit delayed. Don't want to do that. Okay, that's a little bit annoying, but anyway, okay, I'm going to get on with things now. So basically, I am going to be coding a game. It's going to be pretty interesting, I think. Right, so I need to put this googly thing up here so you guys can actually see what's going on. And right, so I'm gonna have to create stuff first anyway. So it's going to be in web code. So that would be mainly bit of JavaScript, PHP, SQL, HTML, CSS. Good fun. I should just get on with it probably. So first thing I'm going to actually set about doing here is creating some PHP pages for the header and the footer so that we can include them on every page. I've just realised how far behind the stream is. It's about a minute. Honestly, it's about a minute. YouTube, my man, calm down. Right, I apologise if it's crappy audio as well. But anyway, so the main thing we're going to have here is the start of the HTML document. We're going to have the head, the close of the head, the body, and we're not going to have the close of the body, that's for sure. We're going to put the title of the page. Now, I've actually not come up with the name for the game yet. So, game name here later. Always good to put placeholders in. It's kind of, because otherwise I'll forget later on, and that won't be good. We don't actually want this in PHP. Crap, this is HTML. What are you doing? This is not PHP. We're going to put this all back a little bit, and so main things. Link rel equals style sheets. Sorry for the background noise as well. Yeah, I kind of have a noisy family. Style.css and type equals text/css. Yeah. So basically, this is what I do for fun. I'm interesting, I know. But the game's kind of based on something I don't even remember how I found on the internet, which is... I've forgotten it now. I found it really interesting. I found it on Wikipedia actually. Wu Qing is what it's called. I'll do it on this this one. So it's called wikipedia.org/wu_Qing. Unless, of course, yeah, I forgot to put the /wiki. So basically, Wu Qing is kind of the main essence of it is wood, fire, earth, metal, water. They all combine and have effects on each other, basically. And imagine Pokemon. Fire is good against grass, grass is good against water, water is good against fire. This is kind of like a 5-way orgy of that kind of stuff. So it's kind of that. You've got these weird things as well. And basically I'm going to make some kind of card game out of it. I'm going to use a bit of geomancy as well, which I find pretty cool. It's quite cool, I'll be honest. But we'll get to that later on. At the minute I need to basically set up the really boring bits. So enjoy. So we've got the link, we've got that. So the main thing that I actually want now really is to start actually doing the navigation. Is that the first thing I want to do? Probably. It's like the first thing on the page. So I equals main nav bar. Yeah, so we want to save this anyway, first of all. New folder, please. I don't have a name for the game. Header.php. So now this is all lit up beautifully like a Christmas tree. So the navigation bar is going to have all of our little elements stuff in it. So we need to create, that's what it's going to do. No, do that, not void. Margin 0, padding 0, because I can't remember which one it is. Background color of EE. I think I called it style.css. I think that's what I call most of my CSS documents. That is indeed what I call most of my CSS documents. So this is in localhost/game. It's not going to work because I've got. So what I need to do is I need to create a new document, put PHP, and require header.php. I really wish I could type properly today. Index.php. That should work. And refresh. There we go. That main bit's worked anyway. So now we want to make the navigation bar do fancy stuff. Main nav bar. Main nav bar. It's going to be a width of 100%. No. The main thing I like to do actually is, before we have any of this, I don't want to lay this out actually. It's got the whole, yeah, it has. It helps if I actually look at the whole thing. Don't worry, I was talking to myself. Div id equals main content. Do that, and then we might as well create footer.php anyway. So /div /body /html save footer.php. Aren't we all having so much fun? Index.php, and then we want to go to PHP, not OPHP. That's what I shout out when I can't get things right. Oh, PHP. And Whoop. It's not actually doing anything, is it? I guess if I inspect element, it should be opening and closing everything I asked it to, which it is. Fantastic. Beautiful. Lovely. Fantastic. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to decide how I'm going to do this. I'll make it 100% for now anyway. Background color is going to be white, and we're going to say up here that the default text color is going to be black, and that the font family for now, I'm going to use Korean New. I like Korean New. Nobody likes Korean New, but I do. Everything I do is for Korean New. Div ID equals /div main nav bar element. In fact, I want to make that class, not an ID, because we're going to have a few of those. Not that I actually know what's going to be in this navigation bar yet. Home collection. In fact, it's going to be different for whether the user's logged in or not. So for now, we shall just do this. We're going to probably make them 20% and log out. So if we get this and we go to CSS dot paste, do that, do width of 20%, and border. It's going to be a little bit less than that. 1 pixel solid. Color of, what color are we going to make it? This is exciting. DDD. Triple D's. It's going to be calc 20% minus 2 pixels, and we're going to say a height of 30 pixels, let's say. Boop. Yay! Okay, so for one, they are far too wide. So let's make this thing a 75% wide thing. Oh, that would be way too big. Height of 30 pixels. We can actually get rid of that because that's stupid having that there. Already looking better. Look at that. How can you not be impressed by that? I mean, come on. It's just beautiful. Oh, I'm so proud of myself right now. I'm going to actually make this far bigger because of the fact that it looks totally crap at the minute. We actually do need to put a height in there. No, we don't, because I'm going to put padding in there. Padding of... Oh, holy crap, I wish I could type 20 pixels. And we want a... Let's put the font size below this. Font size 20 pixels. There you go, you get it right, and we have French accent. Padding is off, apparently. There we go, that's on. So now what we want to do is we want to say text align center. I'm going to put all of this in the middle of it. And we want to display inline block. It's not inline blocks, is it? And kind of like him being a bit spaced out, but I don't want him to be. So we're going to change that. So where I've done padding, I want margin 0. What are you playing at? Huh? What you playing at? Why are you playing like that? It's not fun. Is this? Does that? Ah, I learned something new today. So, sorry, I'm trying to work out why it's doing that at the same time as what I'm trying to do here. So this is a really beautiful work of art at the minute. We're going to say margin left auto, margin right auto. There we go. Nice and centered in the middle. Let's actually just make 5 of these damn bastards. Copy and paste. Okay, so let's just say play game, and let's put here profile, because everybody needs to look at their profile once in a while. It's because it's 75%. No, it's not. It's not because it's 75%. Why you do that? See, that main nav element should actually only be a little bit in there. Seems to be taking 20% of the page rather than of the div which it is in, which I don't like. Oh, is it because no main content? It's just a div at the minute. Main nav bar is the full thing, and the main nav element, main nav bar element. Ah, what are you doing? I don't like what you're doing, cards. Why else are they around today? What is it playing around with? That's not even 20% of the page, because it's just not. Wow, when you have a rookie thing like this, it really stumps you sometimes. It really does. So what was if I say 80% here? They do get bigger, but that's not 20% then, is it? I've been a fool. It's because I forgot about the padding. So you want 20, you want 38 pixels. Helps when you aren't a dumbass when you try and do this, I swear. Oh, I hate padding so much. But anyway, what you want to do is create some kind of box here, I guess. Do I? Do I really? Let's think. Okay, what I'm going to do here, let's get rid of Woojing for now, is we're going to get rid of, no, we're going to make the main nav bar position fixed, which means it's going to lose every single piece of, that needs to be moved up here, probably. It's probably the best place to put it. Left, auto, I think, does that work? No, don't be silly. Gift. So we go left and we go right. How does this work again? You know what? Sometimes I really wish I wasn't so stupid and forgetful. You know what? I'm just gonna fudge it for now. It's working. I don't know why I said that in a German accent. Okay, so we're gonna go here. I'm gonna make just a scrollable div here. So we're gonna say in. Is this what I want in? Yeah. Get it out of enough. Div ID equals. I'm one of those days today. Typing. Actually, to be honest, I was fine earlier on. It's just bad today. So this is going to be, that's the main. Do I actually need that? I don't think I do. So let's go into, in fact, let's do this, and let's do that. So div ID, we want the main container tests, because there's no better way to test than to write test. Main container is going to be width of, I like 70%. It's a terrible number, but 70% is good with me. It's going to be a minimum height of 90%. Oh yeah, we want margin tops be, is that 60 pixels high, 100 pixels? Maybe a little bit less than that. We'll see. Background color is going to be, do you want this to be white? I'll just get all the F's in there. Well, that, for one thing, is way too large. That's what she said. 20 pixels. Oops, when you don't select it all and you actually save it. And then we're going to go margin left, auto, margin right, auto. I don't really care about the auto on my CSS anymore. That's how goddamn cool I am. Yeah. I mean, just look at the beauty. I need to take a moment here. It looks so beautiful. It really does. We're gonna put some padding in there, because at the minute having that test right in that corner is bugging me. We're gonna put a 20 pixel pad. Yeah, that's decent. Now if we go, whoop, look at me. I'm on my browser, on my phone, my iPhone screen. Oh. So yeah, it doesn't like that, does it? We'll just have to create some kind of overflow thing for that when I can be bothered, but I can't right now. Be bothered. Oh Jesus, there's a sneeze coming and it is going to rip through my nostrils. Okay, I think it's gone. Right, okay. So we've got the best font in the world here. This. Gonna put a little bit of box shadow. Box shadow. Yeah, let's try that. DDD. No, that's bright. 323. No, it's far too dark. 3, 30. Yeah, I'm down with that. Copy, paste it. Wrong thing. Mistakes were made. Okay, that's looking better already. Wiggle. Right. Okay, so we want here the font size to probably be 18 pixels. Does that sound fair? I think that sounds fair. I'm just not sure on this padding at the minute. It's little things like this which really bug me. I should just get on with the actual code here. Right, so every page is going to have this main layout. And the first page which we're gonna need is a sign up. I'm gonna make a really bad sign up page first off. So we've required the header. So if we go to sign up.php, it's got exactly this. So we want to get rid of test from the header. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. I didn't need to get rid of that div thing. Dang! Footer. Could have just Control-Z'd that, but whilst we're in the habit of making mistakes, we might as well continue that on. Okay, so we're going to put a H2. Welcome. No, sign up. Gonna make some really generic crap here. H2 needs to be words. Here. H2. We want you to be text align left center and I kind of want a HR after that. I'm not a huge fan of HRs. He says putting one in. Look at that. Yeah. Actually, that could look quite cool. Let me do this. ID equals... Actually, class equals main H2. And we go here and I'll say main H2, refresh, did that work? Yeah. No, I didn't, because I didn't do that. And also I didn't do it right. Main H2. Class. And then we're going to go border bottom 1 pixel solid, and we're going to make it a little bit brighter than the last one. So we're going to say hey. Padding bottom. Oh dear. You've padded your bottom. So let's make that 30 actually. Let's make that 40 actually. Yeah, there we go. We should do... Can I work a trick around this? 0, 30 pixels. No, we don't want that. We want 10 pixels at most. We want something along the lines of about the same colour. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. That's very, very bad. What if I just do... Ooh! I just made the worst thing ever. Which way around is it? No, it's the wrong way. You got it wrong! I thought I deleted you. There we go. And now I can do instead of that, let's do that. Yeah, look how terrible that looks. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Or do I? It's far too dark, that's for sure. DVD. No, I don't like that border on the bottom. I'm sorry, by the way, if you're epileptic or anything, because of the fact that if I'm whizzing through the screens like this, it's probably a little bit flashy. Yeah, we can go with that. Ooh, TV, don't turn off. Hit the OK button. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do for now. So I'm tempted to try. Apparently I can insert ads into a live stream. I will be back in just a moment when I'm inserting this advert. We're half an hour through already. Jesus Christ, and I've done absolutely nothing really. So yeah, I'm going to insert an ad. Let's see what happens here. Apparently it was successful. So you have ad block because you're hearing me. I've just realised I have ad block, so I'm hearing this. So if there was an ad, or at all, if you're there watching, if you could just people still use chat in these things? Oh, there I am. Wait, I can report myself on YouTube? In my own chat? Okay. I'm still trying to work my way around YouTube, so I apologise. It's interesting, there's lots of breaking things that I can use and break. So anyway, I'm gonna get on with it. See, I don't actually know now whether the advert's finished or not. Oh well, the advert's probably finished anyway. So what I'm going to do now, we've got the basics. So now we're going to actually get into the interesting stuff. We're going to get into the sign-up stuff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, boy. So we're going to go and... Now, let's just open up the localhost PHP. It helps if you can type. Anytime you want to, computer. Anytime you want to. You know, it's up to you. You're in control here. I'm just the user. Thank you. You know when my computer goes off on one like this, it just no. We'll forget about it. We'll forgive it. Right. Game name here later. Just remembered about doing that. Sometimes I laugh at my own jokes quite a way behind when I'm doing it. So, database name. I'm going to have to name it game. Game. It helps if I don't hit caps lock instead of A. Game. Great. Game. Users. Number of columns. For now, I'm going to be really insecure. 5. Yeah. I'm going to try something out as well, actually, which I'm quite interested in. Which is quite sad, because it's really not that interesting. I'm going to try... Hang on, let me just do this first, because... I just think that there's something quite cool about what I want to try and do here. Password, which is going to be a varchar. PWD gen times. This is going to be the interesting bit here, and I don't know what I want to have there. Let's just say email, and that's going to be a varchar. Yeah, it is varchar, isn't it? So we want a 1025. That's 1024. Yeah, MD5 is going to make that 32-bit anyway. So we're going to click save. Please enter a valid length. Oh, screw you. 32 then. Fine. Be like that. Okay. So what I'm going to try and do here is when the user inputs their password, I'm going to make it generate an MD5 of the password variable X amount of times. So it's going to be different for each and every password. So it makes it a little bit more secure, because the person trying to hack in would have to try and get 2 different variables, and only 4 people are watching this right now, and I'm fairly sure I'm one of those, so they'd have to know that pwd gen times is the variable that they need to try and find. And it's just something that I wanted to try. I just thought of it the other night, I think. I was laying in bed. Code takes over my life far too often. So we're going to do form/form. So yeah, if you want to try and... sorry, I'm trying to concentrate here. Let me think of what I was trying to say. If you want to try and work out a sign-up, this is it pretty much. So what I've done whilst I was talking there is set up a database in localhost phpMyAdmin. Obviously you can get it on a server. Set up a users table, and this is going to host a user ID, which is the primary key. There it is, primary key. That just means it's going to be the unique key, which is going to identify this by. Always good to have just a, whatever your table is, make an ID for it. So if you've got, say for me, in this game it's going to be a card, so it'll be card ID. Anything which you create a table for, you should really make an ID for, and it should be auto-incremental and use the primary key. There are some exceptions, but I can't think of any on the spot. We've got the username, the password gen times, as I've just said. This is just something I'm going to have a little bit of fun with, and the user's email address. So we've got 5 different fields there. 4 of them are going to be as a result of what the... 3 of them are going to be as a result of what the user inputs. The other one is going to be... not. So the method's going to go... No, the action's going to go straight to this page again, so we're going to leave that blank. And the method we're going to use is post, because I'm going to do this in a tutorial-like fashion. I apologise if you know what you're doing. If you don't and you're bored and you find this boring, I apologise as well. If you want to know what I'm doing here is there's 2 different types of method for a form. It's post and get. Get uses a URL. So if this said question mark and then we said password equals form that I wanted my password to be password, it would send it via our URL, which is just never do it. Never do that in this case. Never send your passwords through a get method, because it's bad. It's bad. It's very, very bad. So we've got form here. So we've got the method is post, and the action is going to be straight to this page, which just means that it's going to send the information to this page. Pretty much, yeah. It's basically saying that any of the information which is input via the form is going to be dealt with in this document. That's the way I was trying to say it. Okay, so we're going to have input type equals text. Name equals username, and since we're using HTML5 here, input type equals email, name equals email, input, what do you mean coding's repetitive, equals password, name equals password, input type equals submit, value equals sign up. Okay, so what that's going to do is going to add 3 different form values, that one, that one, that one, and the sign up. And we're now going to have different bits here, which I'm going to use. I'm just going to be really bad about it, actually, I think. Actually, I'm going to create an ID for this form. Sign up form. It's going to be an ID? Yeah, it's going to be an ID. Sign up form. So this is going to be a text align center. That's basically what I wanted to use it for. Yeah. Because now everything's centered and it just looks better. It's not going to look like this, don't worry. Because what am I meant to put here? I'm stupid user. What am I meant to put in? So you have to assume every single one of your users is. What I put in here? I don't know. Not French, just stupid. They're not the same thing. Username. I'll get it right. I promise I'll get it right. Right, username. I'm going to put this in AP class equals form desk /p /p. It's the same thing. Oh dear. The puns are out tonight. In full force. Full force, I tell you. I don't actually need to break after that. No. So this is now looking absolutely beautiful. In fact, because these are now P tags, I don't have... In fact, why have I done that? That whole thing's not meant to be a P tag. Dragging and dropping. It wasn't exactly what I was hoping to be doing. Drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. Okay. Booping. That's not what I meant to do. So, yeah. So we're going to change the CSS of P and stop it. Stop it. P. Display inline block. There we go. And now we want to say input display inline block clear right. Does that work? Doesn't. Damn. How do I make you not do it? In fact, what I could just do is say display block. Yeah, that didn't work. Don't display block. I could just float this left, couldn't I? I could just be really simple. Oh, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? Jesus Christ, Fenton. Okay, that'll do. Then we're going to say width is... I do need that input thing in there. Bollocks. I might use an ID actually. Makes more sense. Width of this P is 100 pixels. Yep, that looks good. And we are going to break afterwards. Right, okay, and then this input class equals I'll probably forget about every single one of these classes before long. I tell you what, it's going to be annoying. Let's just copy that. What did I just copy? A class. Wasn't what I was aiming for. Form input is going to be width 100 pixels. Okay. So why did only that one work? Oh, it was the only one that didn't have it. Oops. Yeah, we want to cut that out. And boop. There we go. Yeah, they're all 100 pixels, but 100 pixels is far too small. We're going to say 150. We're going to be generous. We're going to give it that extra 50 pixels, so it's not quite snug. Right, so username, and then the reason why I've done this, did I do password first or email? You can see now. There, I want to do this email address. Password. Now, the reason I did that was so just write email. I don't know why I said email address. Nobody cares anymore. They all know what you mean. So it seems that username is actually a little bit bigger than 150 pixels, which is going to be a little bit of an issue. So we're going to go up to here. Oh, that didn't go well. There we go. No. What are you doing? Why are you playing around with me? Why are you having a little tickle? Because there was a space. That's why. Space is the bane of every coder's existence. Oh, I see you left. See you left a little space in here. I'm going to ruin your code with it. I don't want this to be. I guess it doesn't matter. Font family is new. Boop. This is my username. Yay! It's a little bit small. That's what she said. So we're going to say font size is 46 pixels. Jesus. This is my. Yeah, that's perfect. So here we're going to say something like test@test.com. As you can see, the poor person that owns test@test.com is getting a lot of emails from me. So simply what we're going to do here is we're going to say, let's say I want to call myself WBird, and my email is test@test.com, and my password is password. Simply put, that's signing me up, hasn't it? No, because we're not doing anything with data yet. But the think what I'm saying here. Yeah, as I say, the reason for that is that we've not done anything with the data just yet. Now, if I change this to get, as I said about before, what it's going to do, WBird test@test.com, and password is password. It's not going to put it into the. Anyway, we're just going to put post. Because they don't care. They don't care. I think it might be because I didn't actually refresh the page. Because I'm an idiot. So, yeah, that's going to be the username and the sign up form basics. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do stuff with the PHP which is given. So, if. This is where it gets into the codey bits. Oh yeah. If post, if no, that's not what I do. If empty post equals true, echo test, else echo no test. For you. And if I go, oh please good. No test for you. Fantastic. So this means that basically what I can do is if it's empty, then I can put a different thing in here. Well, anywhere to be honest. But what I actually want to do with this is not do anything else. What I actually want to do is say if it's not true, then we want to actually start going through the information which has been supplied by the form and thus via the user or by the user. Doesn't really make sense saying via there at all. So yeah, I'm clicking in this username far too much. It's just so tempting. You got to touch the button. You know what I mean? So if the post is, do I like putting not equals true or do I like putting equals false? Let's be a rebel and say it's not true. People don't say that's false. They say that's not true. So anyway, if that is not empty, in fact what I'm going to do here is just double check that all of them aren't empty. So if the username, the password and the email are not empty, let's Right, so these are empty at the minute. So, yep. So we say test@test.com, test as password. Oh, that's not what I expected. This is going to get confusing actually for me. I find that kind of thing annoying. I think what I actually need to do here is that. Because I don't think it differentiates very well without brackets. What does it? I don't know, perhaps I'm just being stupid here and putting in brackets where I don't need them. If I am, I'll just get rid of them. But this equals false is far more easy for me to remember than this does not equals true business. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of you all. Equals false. Well, damn. I think I found my issue. Simply put, having a capital N in username was not a good idea. No, not a good idea at all. Because capital letters actually matter. So if that is empty, and what we want to do is we want to search whether the username currently exists. So I'm going to... Do I want to do... Oh, I do. I haven't done. Yeah, I need to do that. In fact, let's do it now. No, don't open. Actually, yeah, let's open. What was I doing? Applications, that's the one. Zap. HT docs, and which one of these? False9 has it. Init.php? No, it doesn't, does it? Which one of these has it in it.php? Do you have an init? Oh, you don't have an init. Where are my inits? Connect.php, that'll do. Yay! Oh, copy, new, paste. Get rid of you. We want to go to localhost. We want to go to that and do that, and then we want to go to game. Might just middle clicked. HT docs, no, game, and we want to go to save this as connect.php, and then we want to create. That wasn't clever. Require connect.php. Require functions.php. And we want to save this as. Oh, it changes my settings every bloody time. Init.php, and then in header.php we want to go require init.php, and then we need to actually create the functions.php one, so php, do that. And functions.php. Let's put it in the right folder because this bloody thing doesn't like making me happy. Okay, so now we've got all of the junky files out the way, I guess. Yeah. I could do that later on. But what I want to do is go to functions.php. So if user exists, use $_ post. Oh Jesus Christ! I'm screwing this up big time. $_ post username. Echo. What do I do there? I could go. If it's false and the user doesn't exist, we're going to carry on. Else we're going to say that user already exists. Please try again with a different username, or try logging in. Logging in. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create the user exists function here. Function user exists, and then we want to pass into it a username. So username, so user exists. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a query. So we're going to say username equals. Oh no, actually, pass through that, don't I? I've not messed around with functions for quite a while now. Yeah, username, like that. In fact, I should just echo username here just to make sure that that does work. So if we go here to test.com, test, sign up, test, that user already exists. So the bad thing is that this is, so it's said that it doesn't exist, and it's a, why? So it calls user function exists, and it's for some reason gone, it's true and it's false, because it's not returning a true or false value. It's not returning a boolean. So what I want to do here is term true, no, false. There we go. So because it's going into here, it means, actually it doesn't. We're gonna have to put an if statement in here basically. So right, let me show you what I mean. So what we want to do is we want to check the username exists. So we want to do a query. No, we want to, yeah, the query. We want to select count of all from users where username equals username. So what this is going to do is it's going to say how many of the username fields in the users table is equal to the value which we pass through. Simple. And that value which we pass through, by the way, is of course the posted username. So what we're going to do here is give this a function. Username count equals that. How do I echo out username count? I think that's. That user doesn't exist. You've lost the Majimid. Return false. Test. Yeah, there we go. But it's not echoing out username count because of the fact that I haven't done a MySQL result, and I want to say 0 there because you have to give it some loving. Test.com, test, enter. MySQL results parameter 1 to be resource boolean given. Oh dear. I think I done good. I definitely done goofed. So X parameter want to be that. I know it's like majorly wrong, but I just can't see what it is here. In a minute. So I select the caliber from users where username. So we should be selecting the count here. Is username... Crap! In fact, no, I'm just going to change this. Because... Why did I do username with a capital bloody N? It's probably not the issue anyway. Yep. Oh, maybe it wasn't. No, it is an issue still. So it doesn't like the fact that we're using a result. So minus. What happens if I just do the query? Do we need results in there? Refresh. Test. Sign up. Okay, that doesn't work. So why doesn't it work? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be lazy. Best programmers are lazy. HT docs false 9 sign up.php. This is just something else I done earlier on. Oh, could just do that, couldn't I? Yeah. 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 So, username, counts, copy, paste, select all from users where username equals username. That's why. It's probably because of the fact that I didn't. Basically, when you've got a variable, if it's a numerical value and you put it in single brackets, well, if you've got a numerical value, you don't put it in single brackets. If it's a string or any other kind of value that's non-numerical, you have to put it in single quotations. Forgot about that. So if the number of rows from the username count query is 0, then I'm actually going to do triple zero. No, it's just double equals. If MySQL number of rows is there equals 0, then return true. Else return false. Okay, and now I keep going over onto my other screen because I'm stupid. Test. Sign up. That user already exists. You kidding me right now? Helps when you get this the right way around. Test. Yay! What a wonderful world. Okay. So now that we've checked if the user exists, then what we're going to do, perhaps we should have password again. Yeah, let's have a password again, because sometimes people aren't very smart. So we're actually going to put this before this one as well. But password again. And we're going to say here as well, we want the P to be B. We want the P to be the P. Balloon. Why are you over there? Have you got the form input class? You cheeky bugger. No. We'll just leave it there for now. He just wants to hang on that side. He's hanging a bit to the right today. Leave him alone. So, what am I doing? password again, password again, password again, and you should all be false. Did I bollocks that in? Whee! Copy, paste, and if password again, a gagging. If the password be a gagging, you should stop your shagging. And if, come on, get it together. If $_post password again does not equal $_post password. In fact, if it does equal that, then we want to do that. Else, we want to say to them, "You're stupid. You have not repeated." I haven't echoed it. You have not repeated. Oh. Your passwords did not match. Please try again. Refresh. I just hit about 6 different keys there. Excuse me. Test. Test.com. Test and then T. Sign up. Your passwords didn't match. Test. Test.com. Test. Oh, that wasn't test. That was toot. Test. Sign up. Yay! Okay. So if the user doesn't exist and if the password does equal the password again, then we're going to start looking at hashing the password. So we're going to say here $_post. No, in fact, we're just going to say here password equals $_post password, and we're going to say here password equals MD5 password. And now if we echo password after we've done it, then what we can do is test at test.com, test, sign up. There is our password. Thank you very much. So what that's done is it's basically hashed the password as a 32-bit varchar, not string, because it's got the numbers and the letters. So yeah, pretty cool. Which means actually what I want to do is put this into something, because this is where I want to try out my thought. So we want to say that the times gen equals a random number between 3 and 7. Okay, that'll do. Just random. And then what I want to do is say while, and then do boop, that, while, in fact let's separate this up a little bit. Let's not put a slash there though. Let's not get rid of W either. While times gen is bigger than 0, we want to do this, and then what we want to do here is say times gen minus refresh, cancel, refresh, test at test.com, test, sign up. That didn't work. Ha. Very interesting. So why didn't you work? Do I need to do an if rather than that? Oh, I'll see why, because it's not actually echoing out the times gen. So what I want to do then is echo times gen. I want to test this actually, because I don't know if it's going to print out that X amount of times or if it's just going to print out the once. 0? It's because I want to echo out the password, please. That actually sort of answers my question, I'm fairly sure. It should just give us one single string. There we go. And it's done it a certain amount of times, which I don't actually know without echoing out the times it's generated it. So what I'm now going to do is we're now going to put all of this into the database, and this is where the login pretty much comes to a close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say MySQL query insert. Oh, it helps if I do that. Insert into users values. No, users values. That. So insert into users. Username. Password. What was the pwd gen times? I can't actually. I can. Copy. Paste. And email. The values. $_ post. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. $_ post. Let's not do that. $_ no. Okay. Email equals $_ post. Email. Username equals $_ post. Username. Oh Jesus, my hands are all over the place today. Sorry. Right, so I'm entering the values. Username. Password. Password. No, we want to say times gen. Oh, actually, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, what I'm going to have to do here, times generated equals times gen. Because otherwise it's going to always come back as 0. So times generated. Will that work? Oh, we'll see anyway. And email, which is going to be in these. Okay. Let's give it a go. Oh dear. Unexpected data on line 7 of what? Sign up. 7. Yep, it helps if you get those the right way around. Refresh. So, oh, test at test.com, test, sign up. Has it worked? We're about to find out. Now, I don't know about you guys. I call that a success. I do indeed. I do indeed. Fantastic. Awesome. So another thing that I might want to do actually is check that the password doesn't exist. Sorry, no, the email does not exist already, because of the fact that we want people signing up with like 100 people on the same email account. So where we have the user exists, copy, paste. Email registered. We're going to say email in here. Email count, just for good measure. Email count. So from users where email equals email. You can see how many times I've written email in my life. Quite a lot. So we also want to shake the booty. So we want to copy that line. We want to move all of this in, and we want to say whoop, if email registered. Registered. Post email. Else echo that email is already registered. If you have an account, please sign in. Otherwise, please use another email address. Refresh. Nope, cancel. Do this. Right, okay, so we're going to put in the same details. And we should get an issue. That user already exists. Please try again with a different username or try logging in. Okay, so I'm going to call myself Test E. I shouldn't find that funny. Test and test again and sign up. That email is already registered. If you have an account, please sign in. Otherwise, use another email address. So we have that working beautifully, which I am actually really happy with. Yeah, that's really good. So now that's the bit where all this gets put in. Let's just double check that it didn't. Actually, what I should do is just click that. So we can see there that it has actually come up with the issues and it hasn't proceeded with the code any further than it needed to. So I'm going to quickly run another ad. Let's see if they work again. In fact, I'm going to turn my ad block off very quickly. Oh dear, I just clicked it. Oh dear. Right click. I can't remember how to turn ad block off. Boop. Boop. Oh dear. Pause ad block. There we go. So I'm going to see, anyway, quickly, what happens here. I will be back in just a moment. Thank you very much for watching. If it's not working, I've just basically done it. I don't know if it runs a proper ad on the stream. What I'm thinking now is the fact that it might add ads to the video afterwards. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see. Meanwhile, I'm actually going to take a drink for the first time in an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah. Should have probably moved my mouse over immediately afterwards, but anyway, I'm probably just going to crack on anyway because it doesn't look like that an ad runs. So it's interesting. In fact, I probably could have seen it from last time because it would have said that an extra ad had been blocked on my ad block. Anyway, so what I'm doing now is... what am I going to do now? I'm probably going to start up this session. So... how do I start the session? Let's have a double check. That htdocs. False 9 has it. In which folder though? Login. Oh, that's login. Okay. What did I use as the general one on False 9? I don't remember. Oh, I wish I made my stuff a lot easier to look through. And open up, and that doesn't actually work either. But it does work. It's just... what did I do there? Holy poop! We need to open that up again. Fantastic. Zap. htdocs game, sign up, open. htdocs. What does logout have? In fact, what I can do is look on the login and see where it takes them once they've logged in. Is it OB start? No, it can't be. Okay. Okay, so what I need to do, I actually need to open up the sign up page because I'm still not on the sign up page. In fact, no, I don't. No, I don't. Login sends you to index.php. So because of the fact, right. Save. So what I'm doing is I'm borrowing code from older projects, purely because I'm lazy. But I'm actually going to make it a lot better, and I've also got to customize the code to this. So we actually need to require. We don't need to require init.php. We need to require header.php, and down here we need to say require footer.php. So last and first thing on every page. So if empty, what bits do I actually need here? Come on. Right, select. Right. If not empty that and not empty that, so what I actually need to do here is say username and password. We'll just say username and password because, you know, we don't actually need to fumble around with everything. This is probably why I'm using capital N's. Club name. Yeah, we want to do that actually. Oh, actually, what we need to do is get rid of that, and we need to say pwdgen equals MySQL query select. I've actually forgotten what it's called again. pwgen times I need to do that on that. Select pwgen times from users where username equals username. And then what I need to do is say while pwgen times pwgen is bigger than 0, we want to run the script say pwgen quickly because otherwise I'll forget. We want to say that we want to MD5 hash password, so password equals MD5 password. Okay. Now one thing I do need to do here is say MySQL result, and this time not forgetting that this needs to be done there, and then we've got our password finally. So yeah, great, fantastic, amazing, we're the best around. So I want to select all from users where username equals username and password equals password. Why? Now the thing here is the fact that PWD gen. In fact, let's try this. Right. So here I want to say username. So I want to go into signin.php. Sign in.php. Filling the details below. So I'm just gonna go test and test. Log in. Num rows expect one to be resource. Ooh, we have a different issue to the one I was anticipating. It expects parameter one to be resource, boolean given. Because what I was meant to do was give a completely... Yeah, so that's the result I was hoping for. So line 22 is the issue here, but this one I'll fix first because I know what's up with this one. So if pwgen equals false, I'm fairly sure, echo no user found. So there, no user found. There we go. But we don't want to echo out this error. So what we'll do then is, oh bugger, I think I screwed that up, haven't I? Yep, infinite loop. No. Actually, if I actually do it properly, else pwd gen equals MySQL result pwd gen plus 0 incorrect details. Incorrect details. What's this inferring? Okay, that's good. It's telling me that I've got incorrect details, but it's not telling me that I'm able to jump to row 0. I know you know. I think what I've done in creating this pwd gen thing is just made things way too complicated. So I'm going to get rid of that because it's not actually that good, it seems. So we're gonna get rid of a load of crap. Here needs to be username. Right. So sign up.php. So we're gonna get rid of all of this basically. And get rid of this and this. And then what we're actually going to do, because of the fact that we've still got it in here, we're going to go structure, delete, or drop it on its head. Drop it on its head, and I think that's going to be about right. Oh my god, I'm going to sneeze. Sign up.php. I apologise. Test and test. Sign up. You've still got the same issue, so we'll call it testa because I'm not going to say testy again. Test, sign up. Let's check the blows, and indeed it's done, but it's not MD5 to the password because I didn't change it. Okay, so yes, lay down indeed. Password equals MD5, not MDT, MD5 password. Save, refresh, continue. That user already exists. Of course he does, because I just created it. And test, and sign up. Now, what was my point here? Okay, that's working. Fantastic. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the signin.php. And we're going to get it right first. So, what we're going to do is we're going to say, right, okay, so we've got that right. So select all from users, where username equals username and password is password. And then we're going to say, what are we going to say? If this equals 1, so the number of rows here, so if there is actually someone with the username and the password, then we're going to work it out. So we're going to say, yeah, so user ID, we're going to get the user ID because that can be very useful, because sometimes using a username is quite irritating, I have to say. Why am I not just getting the... Can I just go log in? Actually, it's probably not the best idea. Leave the code as it is. It's bad, but it's good. Username. And then we're going to say, so it's doing the session regenerate stuff. User 34 ID. And then we're going to say username. And select, nope, we don't need to do any of this stuff. Okay, so basically this is going to generate the ID for the session, and for the session we're going to also create the user ID and the username. In fact, that's wrong. And okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to actually break out PHP here, because over the last few days I've decided I don't like echoing out HTML. Sorry, I was just taking a look at the stream there. Require footer.php. Sorry. That should still work, I think. Yes, it does. But we want to actually put in the bin, h2 / h2 sign in, and we want to give this an ID class of main h2. Oops, I did it before the bit. Gotcha. Paste, and then we want to go boop, 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 boop. Save, refresh, done. Yes. And now we want to go and make all of the stuffs the same. That's exactly what I meant. What are you talking about? That's why it wasn't working properly. That's what we want to do. Okay, so we want to say, basically do this thing. And we want to go to signin.php. And paste. So I was just having a little thinkety. And boop. So this one's actually going to be text. text, and this one's going to be username, and this one's just going to be password. And we need to write in here username and password, and sign in. And the final thing we want to do is get this the ID that this one's got. There we go. When you're too lazy to do stuff badly. Well, do stuff better, basically. And we want to go here, sign. Boop. Fantastic. I implore you to love this website already. It's just amazing. Look at how gorgeous it looks. Rightio. What am I going to do next? So, have I actually made the sign-in work? So, right. So, if $_session, I've broken out PHP there. Let's break back in to the link. If session user ID, if not empty, does that actually work? Yeah, that does, doesn't it? Echo logged in. Else echo logged out. Ah, bless it. Oh, we're gonna get it right. Don't worry. Got it. Got this. And we're gonna go on to sign in. And we're going to sign in as this guy. Testy. I can't remember what his password was. Might have been Testy. Nope. At least we know now. Sign in. Line 21 of sign in. Expect promise one to be resource. When you're changing text you've already done, make sure you've already done it right. Integrate details, you liar. There we go. So that should have signed us in. So now if I go to the, I'm actually trying to use that already, index.php, logged out. Okay. So it doesn't seem to have done this. It hasn't actually generated our stuffs. It didn't echo incorrect details, so it actually got to this stage, which is good. Which is good. Now I've just got to work out why it didn't actually sign us in. Or begin the session, should I say. So what I can do just for this check is just double check that it's not just, because the session user right. In fact, let's just echo $_session user ID undefined variable $_session. What are you talking about? It's not an undefined variable. What are you talking about? Oh, apparently it's just not set. Okay. Header. Location index.php. That means that as soon as we sign in, it's going to send us straight back to this page. Sign in.php, so testy and test, sign in. Undefined variable session. So it's not actually signed us in properly. which is irritating actually, because it should have. Why hasn't it? Okay, well, let's try. Yes, lay down. Undefined variable session. Think, please. So, what's the issue? Well, let's double check actually on our last, well, what we basically copied it from. I forgot to do the session underscore start. I know we signed like that. Okay, so maybe I need to sign in again. Not singing. Jesus. That'd be interesting actually. Having to sing to find yes to sign in. So so we're going to actually change this to an if statement. So an if we're not going to use it here actually. Where I'm going to use it is, well, the first place I'm going to use it is in the header. What we're going to do is we're going to say, actually we're going to call a function, and that is function logged underscore in, and this is going to take in the username and the user ID. So this is not going to take in anything. If else if empty $_session user ID and empty $_session username, actually, or if either of those are empty, then we want to say return false, else return true. So what I'm going to do is call the logged in function. So I want to do this on the header. There it is. If, and in fact I want to break into PHP here. If else, if, actually no, I don't want to do that else, so if logged underscore in equals true, then I want to echo out this. Else, else I want to do, I need to tidy this up big time. I'll do that now because it'll bug me otherwise, and probably cause some bugs as well. I apologise for that. Yeah, that's where I want it to be, and no, I don't actually want it to be there, do I? I keep doing that. Stop doing that. Boop. And boop. So what I want it to do if we're logged out is show the page register and login to show, yeah, that up here. So it shows profile and logout. So we actually need to create a logout page. So this one's actually really easy. I can't remember it. Isn't it just, I think it's just session underscore destroy, open close parentheses, semicolon, done. And we're just going to go paste, and we're going to get rid of the PHP there. I'm going to save this, and we're going to go here, PHP docs, game, and we're going to say logout.php. Fantastic. So we're going to say logout.php. Takes us back to our index. I'm not sure if you saw it there, but the register and the login changed. So now if I go to log in, sign in. Should probably change that. Right, where is it? Sign out. It's actually called logout. Sign in. Why not? In fact, we should call this sign up, therefore, shouldn't we? Boop. Right. So sign in. Test. And I changed to profile and log out. So basically, what we've managed to do there is burp. No. What we managed to do there is make sure that a user has a session assigned to them when they log in. So that might conclude today's stuff. I'm not sure. I mean, you know, I'm pretty happy with what I've managed to do. I've basically managed to make a sign up, and that used to take me days. I used to have to sit and watch a video, whereas today I've whipped a bit of code out on my other projects, but we're already 11 files deep. 3, 6, 9, 11. Yes, 11. So yes, thank you for watching, and if you're not watching this live, then if you have any sort of queries or anything, then do leave them in the comments. So thank you anyone who's been watching this for watching, and I'll see you next time, which is probably going to be tomorrow at some point. So bye.